Rosita, where are you now? I know it's almost midnight, but aren't you coming home today? I don't mind if you're staying at a friend's place, but I'd like to at least hear from you.
Are you talking about that again? Have you forgotten the terms of our marriage? In exchange for me marrying you, you can stop complaining about every single thing I do or go out. It's none of your business where I am.
I'm just worried about you. I understand that you have a lot of friends and that you tend to spend a lot of time socializing, but it's dangerous for a woman to walk around at night. If you stay out too late, I'm worried that you might get into trouble. At least, let me know if you're going to stay out overnight.
All right, I got it. I'm staying at a friend's place tonight. Are you satisfied now? I won't reply again today. You got that?
Okay, thanks for letting me know. Hey Norman! Let me guess, your wife didn't come home last night as usual, am I right? Oh, it's you, Matthew. Yeah, she told me that she stayed at a friend's place. It's not easy having a lot of friends and socializing with them. No kidding! Do you seriously believe that? What do you mean? I'm well aware that your honesty and mild-mannered nature is a virtue. But if you are a person who loves freedom like Rosita, there's a possibility that she's taking advantage of you. When she said, at a friend's place, you're not even asking where or who, right? I hate to say this, but maybe she's having an affair behind your back. Well, to be honest, there are times when I'm skeptical. But when I think that she fell in love with me, confessed her feelings to me, and even got married to me, as a husband, I think I have to trust her. Also, I don't think it's right to blame her one way or another. Gosh, you're really too kind. Have you ever lost your temper even once? What? You know what? People say that mild-mannered people like you will turn into a scariest person in the planet when you're angry. I wonder if you're that type. Think back. You've never lost your temper and yelled at someone or gotten into a fight or something. Well, I don't know. As far as I can remember, the last time I got mad at someone was probably when I was in kindergarten. Kindergarten? One of my favorite nursery school teachers cried because of a prank by a naughty boy. So I chased him around in a rage and made him cry. That's what I could remember. Wow! Another old memory pulled out of the closet. Yeah, that's right. Since then, sometimes I got pissed off a little, but never to the point of losing my temper. Maybe I'm just not good at using my energy in anger. Anyway, I guess your good-naturedness is one of the reasons why you succeeded in starting your own business. But you know what, Norman? That good personality of yours is definitely not equal to the fact that you are okay with your wife's bad behavior. Remember, there is a fine line between strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, I know that. I think you and Rosita should have a talk. Make sure both of you take your time to solve this problem.
Can I have a minute with you?
Yeah, what's wrong?
I'm pregnant.
Seriously?
I'm in my 8th week. That's why I need you to get everything ready. Buy a crib and all the baby stuff.
Hold on a sec. That's a joke, right?
Huh?
We haven't done that sort of thing in almost 6 months. There's no way that you're now in your 8th week of pregnancy.
Jeez! Who said that it's your kid?
Excuse me? So it's not my kid?
Yes, but if I'm pregnant now, it's your child on the family register. That's why you're responsible for raising the child. Think of her as your own daughter and take good care of her.
What are you talking about? That means you were cheating on me, weren't you?
Yes, that's right.
You can't just say that easily.
Don't tell me you didn't notice after all those nights out I went through.
You said you were staying at a friend's place, so
I didn't say female friend.
I don't understand.
30% of the sleepovers were at my male friend's place and 20% at my female friend's place. The other 50% are at hotels.
What the? Matthew was right. You really went to stay at some guys' houses. Then who's the father of your baby?
That's why I'm saying that on the family register it's going to be your child.
I'm asking you who the biological father of the child is.
Oh, I didn't expect that you want to know who's the father. A married man in his 40s with a kid?
No way.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to raise her as your child anyway. The biological father has his own family, so he can't raise this child. That's why you're raising her. Do you understand?
Are you kidding me? We are married, Rosita. That makes us a family. Are you saying that you want me to raise someone else's child who is biologically unrelated to me?
That's right. It's your child in the family register. I'm going to let you raise the child I gave birth to. And that's all you need to be happy about. When we got married, you said you wanted to have children, right? You're lucky to be able to raise a child, and you should be thanking me for giving you the opportunity.
The way you act and think is crazy.
Really? Did you forget why I got married to you? In exchange for me marrying you, you must not complain about every single thing I do.
There's a limit to that. I know I was the one who agreed to start a relationship with you, but we're married now, and this kind of betrayal is just too much for me to bear.
It's not betrayal. I never intended to have kids with you in the first place.
It doesn't make any sense. I wish you would have thought things through with common sense.
You know what? You're so annoying. I got married to you who I think is similar to some sort of garbage. So listen to me.
Garbage?
Yes! Your looks, your character, everything about you is garbage. But I married you because you make good money. So you're an ATM to me. Don't tell me you think I married you because I fell in love with you after your persistent marriage proposal. I'm sorry, but I've never looked at you as a man.
Is that why you married me?
But you don't want to divorce me, do you?
Why do you think so?
Because you're the president of a company after all. A scandal like this will become a credibility problem for a person in such an important position. Getting divorced means that your family life is not going well, right? A man who can't even take care of his own family can't take care of the company, can he?
Well, maybe you're right.
That's why I'm well aware that you don't want to divorce me. Am I correct? If you understand, raise the baby I'm going to give birth to as your own. I mean, I'm going to let you raise my child that you love so much, okay? For you, who is equal to garbage, this is the most luxurious and happiest thing, isn't it?
Rosita, it seems that you're very confident.
It's not a matter of confidence. I'm beautiful, popular with men, and I'm free to live my life as a celebrity wife. All of these things are the result of being who I am. Whether I am confident or not is a different matter. From the moment I was born, I was destined to lead a free and carefree life as a celebrity.
I do think you're quite beautiful.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
But
But what?
never mind about that. But if I may say one thing, if you're pregnant, you have to live your life like a pregnant woman and try not to put too much strain on your body.
Oh, that's true. It can't be helped. I'm going back to your place for the first time in a while.
Hey Norman, are you out of your mind? Hey Matthew, what's wrong? Have you gone insane or what? Is it true that you decided to raise a baby that's not yours? What? Oh, you heard about that? We have a mutual friend, and he was talking proudly about you raising a child of a married man with whom Rosita had an affair with. I almost lost my temper when I heard that. Talking proudly, huh? Are you serious? I mean, I guess there are some things that can't be helped, but this is definitely not one of them. I don't care how mild-mannered you are, you can't allow this to happen. It's okay. I have no intention of doing so. Huh? Are you sure about that? But Rosita said as if it were a complete victory for her. What exactly did she say? My ATM can't divorce me to protect his position, so he does what I want him to do. I'll let him raise my baby just like that. I see. I can't believe how you can be so calm in this kind of situation. Is it true? I understand that Rosita might be exaggerating, but still, this is absolutely crazy. Don't worry, I'm not that much of a softie myself. Then what are you going to do? Well, the unborn child is innocent. I'm taking that into consideration and find a solution that won't harm my own future. I don't want Rosita to find out about it, so I'm going to do it secretly. So you may have heard my wife talking about how proud she is of her victory. I'll be fine, so don't worry. Okay then. I'm sure you'll be fine. Just don't do anything crazy, okay? If you're having a hard time or if you need help, just call me. You got that? Yeah, sorry that I made you worry.
Hey, where did you go? The baby's been crying in the next room for a while now. It's so loud. Why don't you make her stop crying? It's your job to take care of the baby. I need you to stay at home. Come on, I want to go visit my boyfriend.
It's been exactly 1 month since the childbirth. I'm glad to hear that your postpartum growth is going so well. Thanks to you, I'll be able to settle up sooner than I thought.
What? Stop talking nonsense and come home soon. Where did you go so early in the morning, darn it? Huh? Seems that the baby has stopped crying. You were at home, weren't you? If you're here, get on with it. Well, now that it's quiet, I'm going back to sleep.
Are you sure you haven't left the bedroom yet?
Yeah, I just woke up and texting you. I mean, I was woken up by the baby. You're supposed to take care of the baby, weren't you? By the way, are you abusing my baby? She was crying so loud. If you treat my baby roughly, I won't forgive you.
You say that, but you don't think of taking care of her yourself, even though you're her mother.
It can't be helped. It's totally fine when she's laughing, but when she's crying, she's noisy, and I never want to change her diaper. It's dirty and smelly. I don't want to be anywhere near her.
In other words, you just take the best parts of parenting and leave the rest to me.
You don't need to worry about the details, do you? Oh, I have to get ready soon. I'm going to be late.
You have a date with your boyfriend?
That's right. I haven't seen him for a while because of the childbirth, so I can't wait to meet him.
You think it's going to be that easy?
Of course it will. Make sure you take care of the baby. Hey Norman, what did you do? Why are my parents and grandma here? I don't get it. Explain it to me.
So you finally went to the living room? You still take a long time to get ready.
You can't blame me for that. I need to put on makeup and do my hair, so it takes time. Forget about that anyway. Why are my parents and grandma in this house? My mom is holding my baby and she won't give her back to me. You did this! What the heck is going on?
I called them.
No kidding! Why would you do that?
I heard you were kicked out from your parents' house 10 years ago. But I'm sure they understood that you are a hellraiser. You do whatever you wanted to do and cause trouble on all sides.
What do you mean by causing trouble?
You're married, but you've been with several men. You even cheated on your husband with a married man. And now you have an illegitimate child. Besides, you want me to raise that child as my own. You have no intention of letting go of the child, but you are determined to leave the child care to me. And today, when you went to see your boyfriend, you proudly declared that you were cheating on me. I've contacted your parents to have you re-educated.
Let me tell you this. I told you that the condition for me marrying you is that you don't complain about every single thing I do. If you can't keep that up, I can divorce you anytime. Just get my parents and grandma out of this house. They have come to take me back to the countryside.
I refuse.
Huh? You want me to divorce you? I was kind enough to get married to you who is equal to garbage, and now you want me to divorce you? If that happens, your garbage company's credibility will be ruined. Are you okay with that?
I divorced you because you are garbage, Rosita.
What?
Well, I don't know why I decided to marry a woman like you, but I finally realize now.
What do you mean? Did you say you divorced me?
Yes, I did.
What do you think you're doing? You just faked the divorce papers. For your information, I didn't sign any of them.
You did sign them.
Excuse me?
You lost your temper when I told you how to hold your chopsticks properly, and you handed me the divorce papers that were already signed by you. I kept it.
Are you serious?
Even after that, you haven't stopped saying that you'll divorce me if I don't listen to you. So I thought the time has come to have a divorce. This morning, I signed the papers and filed them. I've already moved out of the house. And as for the baby, I'm planning to file a petition saying that she's an illegitimate child.
Stop joking around. If you do that, you will lose your position at the company. Are you sure you want to do that?
You know what? My good friend and business partner Matthew, the managing director, told me about the employees' opinions. This marriage is clearly a failure and that I should get a divorce. In fact, my reputation will be in great danger if I don't get the divorce. So I decided to divorce you. You don't have to worry about my company.
I can't believe that. Then you must pay for the alimony.
What are you talking about? You're the one who should pay the alimony.
Why? There's no reason for me to pay the alimony to you.
There's only one reason to pay the alimony. You were having an affair with more than one man. You had a baby with the man you cheated with. I'm the one who have a right to demand for the alimony. Well, the wife of the guy you were cheating with also has the same right.
Oh no!
I'm going to tell the wife of that man now that her husband has been unfaithful.
Don't do that! The amount of alimony will increase. That's why you must stop. Hey, think again. A beautiful woman like me is offering to be your wife. I'm telling you, you should never get a divorce. You're being deceived by your employees.
Shut up.
Oh,
It's useless to continue this conversation with you. You should talk to my lawyer from now on.
lawyer?
Get the heck out of my sight. Don't you ever show yourself to me again. I'm sure people will ask me why I married Rosita. Actually, my ex-wife was my first girlfriend, and it was my fault for being completely carried away. Rosita was forced to move to the countryside and was forced to work at a nearby factory. Her salary is managed by her parents, and most of it is used to pay the alimony. I heard that she is having a hard time. She's been crying every day, but I don't care about that, and I just want her to pay off her debt. The baby will be adopted by her relatives. For now, I am relieved. My best friend Matthew gave me a hard shake on my shoulder. He was saying that I need to learn to choose a faithful woman more carefully. He's absolutely right. If I meet someone new, I will ask Matthew, who has a wonderful wife, for advice.
Hey, Rick, do you have time to talk real quick? I was just wondering if you knew anything about these toys in our house.
Toys? What are you talking about, Helen?
Well, I just mean that I was cleaning around the house, and I went into the closet in our room. And I found a bunch of action figures and clothes that a little boy would wear. Do you have any idea what these are? Because we don't have a son, just a daughter that likes to nap a lot.
Okay, first of all, you shouldn't be poking around other people's stuff. I mean, don't you care at all about privacy? What is the matter with you, you stupid woman?
Excuse me? I just told you that I was busy cleaning the house. That includes the room. You've got some nerve talking to me like that when I am working so hard to take care of our kids and keep the house clean. Especially after the way that you yelled at me about how dirty the house was. You literally told me that I should request time off work to clean.
Oh, just shut up already. All I'm telling you to do is not go rifling through my stuff without permission. When I say clean the house, that doesn't mean go through all my stuff as if it's yours.
You really mean to tell me that you wouldn't be mad if I cleaned all the house but your room? Besides, all I want to know is what these clothes and toys are and what they're doing here. Did you forget that we had a little girl or something like that?
Of course I didn't do anything like that at all. I just bought all those things for Nina. I just haven't had time to give her those, and that's all. And that's why I left them in the closet for now.
So you're telling me that you get all these boys' clothes and toys for our daughter?
You really need to wake up. We're living in the 21st century. You can't just be putting all these expectations on children because of the gender. Don't you know that girls can like to play with action figures too? And boys' clothes are more neutral these days than anything else, so girls can wear them if they want.
Yeah, I guess you have a point there. But it still doesn't mean that all of this isn't very odd. And I guess more than anything, I had no idea that you were so progressive in that sense. Especially since I don't think you've ever bought Nina a piece of clothing or a toy before.
Well, I guess I'm full of surprises then, aren't I? But that's your fault for not thinking that I was capable of taking in new ideas or adapting to new times. Anyways, now that you know those are all for Nina, just leave them alone and don't touch them.
Helen, are you there? Just how long are you going to be staying out tonight, huh? I am really starting to hit the limits of my patience here. Come here and pick up your kid right now. Erica, what in the world are you talking about? And why are you texting me this late at night? Are you kidding me? Are you really telling me that you're that irresponsible that you don't even know I'm talking about your kid here? Just how long are you going to make me watch Nina for, huh? Can you please just hurry up and pick her up? I want to go to bed. I'm sorry, Erica, but I'm still really confused. I have no idea what you're talking about at all. I have no idea why you're even pretending to play dumb with this. Do you really expect me to hold on to her until morning? Because I am simply not going to go along with that. And just why do you think you can use me like a babysitting service this frequently anyways? Because I am getting sick of having to always be the one who watches over Nina. Erica, I really still have no clue what this is all about. What this is about is the fact that my house is not some free daycare service, okay? Now, just hurry up and come and get your kid from me. But Nina is here at home, sleeping, right next to me. What are you talking about? I mean that my daughter Nina is literally here right next to me, fast asleep. So I have no idea who I would be going to pick up if I went to your house, because I only have one daughter, and it's Nina. But then, wait, you're telling me that you only have a little girl? Yeah, that's right. Of course, Nina has male cousins like your son. But are you sure that you're not mistaking her for someone else? I remember you saying that so many relatives were having so many kids that it was getting difficult to keep track of them. But it was Rick that brought this kid to me. He brought them here and asked me to watch them. What do you mean Rick brought you this kid? Well, at first I tried telling him no, and that I'm really no good with kids. But he just wouldn't listen and did what he always does, leave them on my doorstep for me to watch anyway. And so, anyways, I've been taking care of this kid all day and all night. And now it's past midnight, and I want someone to come and pick him up. I see. But Rick had to leave for a business trip this morning. I even saw him off, and he was all dressed up for work. Wait, what? But I thought today was your anniversary. I thought that was why I was watching this kid in the first place. No, it's not our anniversary at all. That happened months ago. And we went out as a family to go eat somewhere together. But then, hold on. I don't get it. Just whose kid is this that I've been taking care of then? Well, whatever is going on here, I can head to your place right now. Because apparently, Rick does have something to do with this. I'm going to wake up Nina to bring her too, so hold on for a second. Hey Rick, I'm really sorry to be calling you so late like this, but Nina said she really wanted to hear your voice. So that's why I was trying to call.
Oh, well, that's just a bit cute. I mean, I barely even left the house, but I don't think now is a good time for me to come to the phone. So if you could just please tell Nina that, and that I'll talk to her soon. That would be great.
But why can't you pick up the phone right now? I mean, I know you're on a business trip and all, but it's almost 2 a.m. I can't imagine that work is keeping you so busy that that's why you're still up, right?
Actually, one of the guys I came here with made some pretty big mistakes, so I'm in the room with him helping him fix this mess. I didn't actually go on this trip by myself, you know. They sent me with someone else from the office.
Oh, really? I didn't know that you had someone else there, but I feel like that's kind of odd for your company to send 2 people like that.
I guess that they wanted this to be a kind of learning opportunity for this other guy. But anyways, that's the reason why I can't talk on the phone right now, but I can send you the photos I've taken. Maybe you can show that to Nina to get her to quiet down for a while.
A picture, huh? Yeah, that could work. Why not send me a picture of you and your coworker together? I'm sure that Nina would love to see who you're there with.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, come on. It's already so late. Just do this now and I'm sure it'll be enough for Nina. Unless you can't because there isn't any coworker there, because you're just having a plain old affair right now. So go ahead and send me a photo of you and this other woman.
Wait, Helen, you've got this all wrong. I mean, you don't really think that I'm out cheating on you, do you?
I don't think, Rick. I know for a fact. So don't even bother trying to lie to me about that. I already know all of what's going on here. And I know that you dropped off this woman's kid with your sister to watch over while you were gone. But you also told Erica that you were going to be away on a business trip.
Oh, shoot. Well, I guess there isn't really much use in trying to hide anything from you now, is there?
You know, I got a call from your sister asking me to go and pick up our kid from her house. But Nina was in the house with me. And when I did go to her house, there was some little boy there that I had never seen. Which means that those toys and clothes I found earlier had to be for this kid. Am I right?
No. You really do have this all wrong. And this boy has nothing to do with those things you found in the closet earlier.
Okay then. Why don't you go ahead and tell me the truth then? You said yourself that I found out everything, right?
Did I? That was just a typo. You know my fat thumbs with this tiny keyboard, right? The fact is that I'm not having an affair or anything like that with you.
But you just said that I found out the truth and that you were.
I know, but I was lying. I really am just away on a business trip. And the person I'm with is nothing but a coworker.
Okay, well then what about the boy that you asked Erica to watch for you? What do you have to say about him?
Right, that boy. Well, obviously he's my coworker's kid. And I had to ask Erica to watch him while we were away on a business trip.
Oh, really? Because Erica has told me that this isn't the first or even the second time she had to watch this little boy.
Well, that's because my coworker has a really hard time trying to find a good babysitting service. I mean, things are so expensive these days, you know? And so I just wanted to try and help out as someone who was supposed to be giving them this training.
So you're really going to try sticking to this coworker's story of yours then? I guess I can just call your work first thing tomorrow and find out the truth myself.
Wait, what? Come on, you don't have to go and do that.
Well, I wouldn't, but there's just one thing that's not adding up. One of this little boy's backpack, one of his parents' contact information is written down. And it says that this little boy's mom is a woman named Delilah Brown. So are you still going to keep pretending that this is just some coworker's kid?
Okay, wait, please, just don't jump to any conclusions. And whatever you do, don't call my company. They have nothing to do with this.
Well, I could figure out that much by myself. But I really doubt that they would like to hear of the trouble you've caused all in the name of going on business trip for your company.
You wouldn't really report anything about this to them, would you?
I'm going to give you one last chance to tell the truth, Rick. Now tell me whose child this is. If you tell me right now, then I won't tell your company.
It's the son of the woman that I've been having an affair with. Dear, are you happy?
Now that we have that settled, I want you to come back here right away. You and I have a lot to talk about.
You mean you want me to go all the way back home right now? But it's the middle of the night. How am I supposed to do that?
I guess you had better hire an Uber or something, because I want you and this Delilah lady here right now.
I don't believe this. This can't be happening.
It is, and I know that you've been lying to me about this for a long, long time. But I never would have thought that you were cheating on me. And then to force your sister to watch this woman's kid while you two go away together? You really are just an idiot, do you know that? And this Delilah woman sounds like a real piece of work too. I mean, entrusting her child to some stranger so she can go fool around with you? It's awful.
Wait, no, you don't get it. The thing is that Erica's actually the kid's aunt.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Delilah's son is also my son.
I don't believe it. You mean to tell me that you've been hiding the secret child from me this whole time? And what about our daughter? What about our family?
Well, I mean, you know that I love you too, but this kind of just happened.
I don't even know what to say. I am beyond anger at this point. But you two need to get back here right now. We need to settle this once and for all.
Erica, come on. Open the door, please. I came back and you're still not going to let me back in the house?
Tell me, Rick, do you have any idea what time it is? I thought Helen told you to get back here first thing in the morning. Well, it is almost evening. Besides, if you're looking for Helen, she isn't here. Her and Nina are both not here, in fact.
But then, where are they? Why am I here?
You're here because you were always dumping your son on me to watch him. When I told Helen about what was going on, at least she offered to pay for all the free labor that you had gotten out of him. In fact, she told me exactly where you hid all the money that you thought nobody else knew about. And when I opened up your safe, I saw that you had $3,000 stashed away. So I took all that money as back payment for the child watching services I did for you.
You took all of my money? You've got to be kidding me. But fine, whatever. Can you at least tell me where my wife and kid are right now? Just let me in the house so we can talk about this.
I'm sorry, but you are not going to be getting in this house. I don't want to see your dirty, cheating face ever again, in fact. In fact, if I did let you in, I can tell you that I wouldn't be able to hold back from socking you right in the face. But if you really must know, your wife and kid are back at her parents' house where they are safe from you. She actually dropped by in the afternoon to see if you had come, but I told her that you still hadn't shown up. I think she did want to talk to you about all of this, but when she thought you were cowering out of it, she gave up and went back to her parents' house. And no, I don't think that she ever wants to talk to you ever again.
You've got this all wrong. I mean, I said the wrong things. And I tried to come back in time, but there was nothing leaving that would have let me arrive any sooner.
Why don't you just go and tell your wife all these excuses to her instead of me? Because I really don't care how you try and justify any of this to yourself.
So then, you really think that if I go to her parents' house that Helen would talk to me?
Why on earth do you think I would have the answer to that question? And not that you've asked about your other child, but he's with our parents, so you can go and pick him up as well.
Wait a second. Does that mean that mom and dad know all about what's going on there?
That's right, and they were not happy to learn what you had been up to. So it sounds to me like you've got a lot to deal with. Hey, I finished signing my portion of the divorce papers, so I'll be sending them to you to sign. And you should know that I'm going to be suing you and Delilah for your affair. Not to mention the fact that you're going to have to pay child support.
Please, don't do this to me, Helen. You have to know this is all just one big mistake.
No, trust. I know just what a mistake being with you was now. But that's why we're getting a divorce. And once we're through with it, I'm going to block you on everything and never talk to you again.
Please, you have to reconsider. You can't do this to me. I mean, I don't want to lose you and Nina.
Why? What does it matter when you have a whole other family you can go home to? A whole other wife and kid even. I don't see why you need Nina and I around.
But you don't get it. Delilah's kid isn't actually mine. We're not connected by blood at all.
What are you talking about? The other day you told me that he was your son.
I know, but it was only after that Delilah told me that it was a lie and that we weren't related at all. He's some other guy's son. So I was being lied to this whole time too.
You have got to be kidding me.
Well, the thing is that when you said you were going to leave me, I was sure that I had no other choice but to marry Delilah. But then she went and admitted that her son was never mine and that she also was lying to me about that.
So then you and that boy really aren't related at all?
If what Delilah says can be trusted, I guess not. But I already knew that she had some other men on the side, so I'm not all that surprised. Although I guess she lost contact with the father before she could make him take responsibility, so that's why she told me the kid was mine.
So then you tricked me and you were being tricked by her. But surely you must have had some sense that the kid wasn't your son, right?
What makes you say that?
Because you still call the child yours. It's clear that even if you two aren't related by blood, that you still feel like a father to this boy.
Well, that isn't my fault. She tricked me into being there for him. But the only real child of mine is Nina, so please don't take her away from me.
If you didn't want this to happen, then you should have never cheated on me in the first place. Now hurry up and sign the divorce papers, or else I'm never going to let you even have visiting rights with Nina.
You wouldn't really do that to me, would you?
Of course I would. Do you have any idea just how betrayed I feel right now? It's like my whole married life has been a lie because of the way you tricked me. But you didn't just trick me. You even lied to your sister and roped her into watching Delilah's son so that the two of you could go and carry on your affair. You ruined the trust you had with so many people who loved and cared about you. And for what? Well, I don't want to hear any more excuses from you. You are going to take responsibility for what you've done, divorce me, pay the alimony and child support, and that is that. Now, the next time you hear from me, it will be to discuss when our lawyers can meet. But until then, I don't want to hear, see, or even have to think about you. After that, Rick finally saw the light and agreed to divorce me without putting up any more of a fight. I was really worried that he was going to drag this process out. His parents, however, were so furious with him that they practically forced him to sign the papers. By the time it was all done, Rick was so ashamed that he just wanted to pay everything at once, so as to never deal with either of us again. I wasn't even sure when he would be able to visit with Nina in his state. But that meant that he had to pay alimony, the legal fees from the lawsuit, as well as child support in a lump sum that left him drowning in debt. Rick wasn't the only one being sued, however. I also sued Delilah for her affair with my husband. In court, she tried to talk to me mother to mother and explain that she wouldn't be able to afford such hefty fines and still be able to take care of her son. But I just told her that as a mother, it was her job to explain to her son why this was happening. She realized I was going to show no mercy and ended up paying the court's fine in full. I hear that Rick still goes to Delilah's house now and then and plays with her son. I don't know what's going on in his head at all, but I think this might be his way of trying to make up for all the lives he ruined with his foolishness.